Well, hello and great evening. Lakeisha McKnight is here. Welcome to Leadership TKO, the night show via podcast. Today is indeed September 1st, 2017. It is 9:01 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in this Chesapeake, Virginia, here in the United States of America, or North America, as some people would say. So welcome. This is a podcast, a part of the Leadership TKO radio station that's housed under a limited liability company, or an LLC. The name of the LLC is the International Leadership Education and Development Company. And it is this company that houses the brand called Leadership TKO. And so before I dive into anything, such as sharing the mission and, what our focus is for tonight, I am going to be sharing on some social media platforms, specifically on Facebook only tonight, and letting people know that we're live and inviting them to join us here on the platform. We're utilizing the Spreaker platform, and we're grateful for each and every one of you who join in live, as well as those of you who may come on board and listen to it on demand. So we appreciate you. So let's go ahead and share on Facebook and encourage others to join in with us right now. So I'm going to share on my timeline on Facebook. And if we're not connected on Facebook, I do invite you. Once again, I do invite you to get connected. So join me now as I am live. So that's all I'm going to say. Okay. So I appreciate it. So if you're listening in and we're not connected on Facebook, here is my URL from my Facebook profile page there. It's facebook.com/L McKnight Speaks. It's LMCKNIGHTSPEAKS. So that's my profile on Facebook, the URL, and my fan page URL is facebook.com/L McKnight Speaks fan page. So just add fan page on the end of that personal profile URL and you'll get to my fan page. Okay. So connect with me there because I'm constantly active on that platform. I really am. I just only really share on the other platforms like LinkedIn and Google Plus and Instagram, but I'm mostly active and engaging those who are connected on Facebook. So be sure to connect with me there. I have only a few spots left for us to be quote unquote friends on Facebook. And when you do come on Facebook and send a friend request, just let me know, hey, I listened in via podcast and I heard and I connect and I reached out to connect. That lets me know where you found me and where you learned about me from so that I'll know what platforms are working best. So again, thank you so much for being here. Now, understand with this podcast and with the station in general, I'm normally here specifically from Sundays through Fridays at 9:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I know every other Thursday, there's a young lady by the name of Emily Claudette Freeman. She's actually here on Thursdays at 11:00 a.m. The Right Word Awakened is her podcast name. And so be sure to check her out again on Thursdays at 11:00 a.m. She is one of our co-hosts here on the radio station. So I do encourage those of you who have an interest to build leaders and you would love to partner up with the iLead company. I invite you to be able to do that. And we welcome many more of you who are co-hosts. And because we have this new layout now, you can kind of plug in where you fit. So for example, let's go through the schedule and I'll let you know how this all works. And then we're going to dive into the topic tonight. So if you look at our schedule, right, on Sundays, we talk about the spirit man and building up the spirit. So if you are a spiritual leader or if you want to really do something that may be Bible based, then Sundays will be best for you. On Mondays, we focus in on a couple of things. Number one, but we focus specifically on wealth creation, money manifestation. We focus in on the Leadership TKO magazine on Mondays. Okay. So if you have a magazine and you want to advertise your magazine, or perhaps you want to talk about the importance of magazines, anything related to that, that would be a perfect day for you on Mondays. On Tuesdays, we focus in on authors. So if you are a person that helps authors, then Tuesdays would be best for you, right? Because it just makes sense because authors are tuning in on Tuesdays. And, we also do a few other things on Tuesdays also. Okay. But Tuesdays, we really serve authors. Then on Wednesdays, we focus specifically on leadership development as well as marketing. We focus on the Leadership TKO for Marketers subdivision. So if you are a person that has an expertise in sales and marketing or in leadership development, then Wednesdays will be great for you. And then on on Thursdays, we focus in on speakers. So if you know a speaker, and if you are a speaker yourself and you're really trying to build yourself up, or, if you are an expert in presentations or in speaking, then Thursdays may be good for you to be a co-host. So you see how this works? And then on Fridays, of course, we focus in on health and wellness. So if you are a health and wellness expert and you want to build up leaders and help them to get fit, then Fridays will be great for you. Saturdays, we do not have a show at this particular time. It is a time where we break. We have time for family, and we just focus in on family and friends on Saturdays. So we don't have a show on Saturdays at this particular time, but that might shift a bit. Okay, that might shift a bit simply because we're thinking about implementing a few things with one of our subdivisions, and one of our subdivisions is Leadership TKO for Women. And I'm going to give more information towards the end of this episode about that subdivision, because I really focus on that subdivision almost every episode that I'm on. You'll notice that I speak about an important campaign, which is the Born to Lead Global Women's Leadership Campaign. So I focus on that specifically, like every day, like at the end of every episode, I focus on that subdivision because that's near and dear to my heart. Okay, so that's why that subdivision doesn't have a specific day, but we're thinking about shifting that around. Okay, we're thinking about shifting that around, and we're thinking I'm playing around a little bit with doing something during the earlier part of the day on the podcast. Yeah, I haven't really divulged it yet and really given a whole lot of information to many people yet, but I may do like a virtual lunch and learn on some of those days, and it may come in between 12 and 1 o'clock p.m. I might jump on the podcast. I haven't confirmed it yet. I'm going to pray about it a little bit more because I don't want to overextend myself. I do know that I don't want to wear my voice out, but at the same time, I do like to empower people. So I might go back to the virtual lunch and learns for women. And so I have not made a conscious decision yet, but I'm thinking about the lunch and learns. I'm going to pray about it more to get more direction about it. I don't want to just launch in there and just do it, and then I'm just overextending myself. So again, that's how things work. So if you're thinking about being a co-host, that's the layout. And if you want to fit in during those days where we're catering to certain markets, feel free to reach out, send a message either on Facebook, or of course, you can give us a call. We have an 800 number. It's 1-888-205-8834. Again, that's 1-888-205-8834. That is our phone number here with the iLead Company. Reach out to us or just connect with us here on the platform. Send us a little message in response to this episode and let me know, hey, Lakeisha, I'm interested in being a co-host for the show. This is what I do. What day would be the best day for me to get plugged in as a co-host on the show? Okay, or on the station, I should say, because you're probably going to have your own show, your own name to your show. So that's totally fine. Okay. All right. So our topic for today, as I was mentioning, is Fitness Friday. So we're talking about health and wellness, helping leaders to get fit. I am going to share a little bit of something that has been near and dear on my heart. I don't know. I guess it's because it's in me. Maybe it's something that God wants to birth through me. I have no idea. Still praying about that a little bit more. But I am going to share with you some things that's been on my heart regarding this topic. But our focus, we're talking about 6 reasons why you should get fit starting today. That's really what I've been sharing throughout social media, specifically on Facebook. And we have a blog post that elaborates on it. We have a video for that as well. And that information is going to be added to the description area of this episode, maybe within an hour after we finish this live recording here. But I am going to share with you maybe 1 or 2 reasons why you should get fit and get started today. So one of the reasons that I shared, even via video, is I was talking about how you can be more productive as a leader if you get fit starting today. You can be more productive as a leader, because one of the things that I found out is when your body is not aching, from soreness or from being stiff because you're not moving it as much as you should, right? When you're able to be flexible because you've been exercising and moving about, you're able to get more done, less complaining, right? Less medication that you have to take. You have all of these factors. Everything is connected. So you can be more productive when there are less aches and less illnesses, less going to the doctor, right? So you can be productive. You can get other things done. You don't have to worry so much about sicknesses and illnesses, but you can reserve that energy for other things. And then that leads me into the second reason. It gives you more energy. I don't know about you, but if I wake up in the morning and I engage in personal development, and one of the things I may do may be reading my Bible and praying, right? And then jumping into some physical fitness. When I'm able to do that, I tell you the truth, I have so much more energy. Now, of course, a shameless plug. I am, of course, a consultant with a company called Zurvita, and it has a product called Zeal or Zeal for Life. And I get about 6 ounces of cold water and I get a scoop of that Zeal that has about 55 vitamins and minerals inside. And so when I take that thing and when I combine that with my breakfast that I may have, such as oatmeal with some fresh fruit inside, when I have these things, it gives me more energy. I have greater focus and more energy when I do this, when I engage in these habits, which are positive habits. And so I encourage you to start getting fit today because you can have more energy, especially when you engage in exercising first thing, a part of your day. Okay. The first part of your day. You know, some people like to do it at night. Now you have to be careful of that because if you're trying to get rest, but yet you're exercising, that might cause you to stay up a bit. And that's, some people go to the gym late at night if they can't sleep, and that may be okay. Okay. If you can't sleep and you're really struggling, you need to do something, kind of release some energy, that might be okay. It's better than engaging in some other things that you shouldn't be doing. Can I just be honest? Can the church say amen? Right? So do things that's going to definitely enhance your energy, exercise routines. And as a matter of fact, I did share on social media today how there is a special checklist about a 20-minute routine that you can engage in without the need of going to a gym. You can do it at home. You can do it outside. And I'm going to share how you can get a free copy of this checklist, absolutely free, a checklist that includes a 20-minute workout. Okay, 20-minute workout. Now, details about the muscles that it works out for you and how to properly do it, I'm going to be sharing that in a special virtual event. It's probably going to be like maybe a live event where you can actually see me doing these things. All right. So be ready. I am going to announce when that's going to happen. I may even do it as a part of the video session on next Friday. Who knows? Could be tomorrow. Who knows? I know we're supposed to be getting a storm, so it may not be tomorrow because I want to do it outside. Okay. But I am going to do a video version of that checklist because I want you to see how to do it correctly rather than just giving you something and you're trying to figure out, how do I do this, Lakeisha? No, I don't want that to happen for you. Okay. So again, you want to make sure in the description area that you read the entire blog post to get the other 4 reasons why you need to get fit starting today. I just gave you 2 of them. I said it helps you be productive and it gives you more energy. But the rest of the reasons why is on the blog post, and I want you to go there once you get access to the blog post link. All right. And get your hands also on that checklist so that you can get fit and you can actually do it from the comfort of your home or outside. You don't necessarily have to go out there and spend money on a gym membership, which some people don't go and visit as often as they should. That's actually something that we talked about on the timeline today. How often do you go to the gym if you have a gym membership? Some people were transparent and they said they don't go as often as they should, and some people said they go five times a week or they go almost every day, maybe except one day, and they use that day to rest. Listen, whatever is best for you and maybe recommended by your doctor is what you should do. I do recommend that it should be at minimum 3 times a week. That's what I recommend, that you work out at least 3 times a week. It doesn't have to be the gym. Okay. But some doctors and some fitness experts also say that maybe 30 minutes out of every day, you should engage in some form of fitness, 30 minutes out of every day. And if you're able to do that, then please, by all means, do it. Even if it's some form of stretching. like yoga, then do that. Like on the weekend, let me share with you what I do. Like on the weekend, I just focus on yoga. I might do some other things like core training where I'm doing planks for like 3 minutes straight or 4 minutes straight. But for the most part, I'm doing a lot of yoga, stretching, and enhancing my flexibility. That is really what I focus in on Saturdays and Sundays. But it really depends on what's best for you. So those are just some of the things I wanted to share, but I am going to let you know about the little thing, the idea that has been on my mind that I haven't gone forward with yet. I'm not even going to go into details, but it's something related to fitness. Okay. And it's a program that will be available really soon. Now, is it going to be available in 30 days, 60 days? It might not be because I want it to be very professional. Okay. But it is going to be very, very soon. Hey, see, here's the reason why, because some people get really, how should I say, distracted. They really break up their consistency, especially when the weather gets bad, when the snow starts rolling in, right? When the winter time comes, it's like, oh my gosh, you just want to curl up on your couch and go to sleep without working out. So this is going to be really helpful for those of you who find yourself becoming inconsistent with exercising during the winter time. So that's the reason why I'm thinking I don't want to stretch it out too long, but I know we probably won't be able to release it until after I come back from Africa. And that's not going to be really until November. Okay. So that's why I'm saying it's going to happen a little later on, probably after 60 days, but we are going to be working on putting it together, but it is fitness related. It's a program for those of you who want to be fit. So stay tuned for more information about that. Now, if you're a lady and you're listening in, I know that you've been enjoying some of the information I've been sharing. And if you're listening in and if you've enjoyed something, go ahead and hit the heart button, hit the like button. Let us know that you've enjoyed it because that lets us know we're heading in the right direction. OK, and share this episode with other people other people that you want to encourage to get fit. Okay. Share. But if you're a lady and you're listening and you really want to be a voice for other women around the world, as I've been sharing that there's one subdivision that's near and dear to my heart that's a part of this company, and it's the Leadership TKO for Women subdivision. And I can tell you that there is a campaign, some people say a movement, but I say a campaign that's connected to this subdivision. And the name of the campaign is the Born to Lead Global Women's Leadership Campaign, where women around the world are coming together as one voice to declare to mainstream society and to naysayers that they are women and that they were born to lead. The mission of this campaign is twofold. The first part being to promote a spirit of sisterhood amongst women so that we can become effective leaders. And the second part is to bring awareness to women's issues like obesity, like heart disease, high blood pressure, right? Diabetes and other concerns, fibromyalgia, okay? All these things. And to talk about the solutions that exist out there to help remedy these concerns. And if they're not effective, we're going to come together and think about how we can remedy these issues, how we can create solutions. And I can't forget sex trafficking. That's one of the other biggest concerns. That's really like the third leading concern in the world today, especially here in the United States. Okay. But I encourage you to check out more information about this campaign. And if it aligns with your personal or your business mission, we invite you to join this free campaign to link arms with us, whether you're an individual, a small business, whomever, a ministry. We invite you to link arms with us to learn more, at the very least, about this campaign. And the way that you can learn more, first and foremost, is a website that I want to give to you. And you should go and visit. The website address is leadershiptko for women.com. Leadership TKO for women, WOMEN.com. Visit that website and it's going to give you more information about the entire campaign. And then, if you want to just go ahead and jump in with both feet, right? You want to get plugged in and want to be a member like ASAP, like right now. I encourage you to visit this website that gives you a questionnaire to go ahead and get plugged in. And that website is borntolead2017.com. BORNTOLEAD 2017.com. So again, get plugged in, become a member. If you have questions, you can always call the 800 number, 1-888-205-8834. Very easy to do. And if we don't answer, definitely leave a message and we'll get back with you. Okay, we'll definitely get back with you. But I appreciate you so very much. I really do. Those of you in Italy, Croatia, right? Those of you in the Republic of Korea. Those of you who are in Germany, France, Norway, Hungary, throughout the United States, Canada, Pakistan, Brazil. Thank you so much. We appreciate you very much. Thank you so much. And continue to share it with other women, with other men that you know, whom you want to become leaders, because I can tell you that the mission of Leadership TKO and iLead Company, once again, is to partner up with associations, faith-based groups, universities, and small businesses, including entrepreneurs, to build winning leaders. And if you want to build other winning leaders, okay? Well, these are leaders who succeed, who overcome, who press their way, and do not throw in the towel. If you want to build winning leaders around the world with us, partner up with us, contact us, and let us know what do you have in mind so that we can go out there and make a greater impact and sow value into the lives of men and women around the world. Let's go ahead and do it. It's time to get it done. So I appreciate you. Of course, remember tomorrow is not a podcast day. So we're going to be back here on Sunday. So until then, and of course, even beyond then, we want to say thank you. Thank you so much, Janine Harrod Brown, for plugging in and commenting below. We see you and we appreciate you, dear. So until then, until Sunday, we encourage each and every one of you to think, to speak, and to live leadership.